Hi crafters, Louise here. Thanks for stopping in. It's January and that means it's the first sketch share for the month. I am in 2025 sharing some exclusive sketches and a layout to match every month. So go ahead and enjoy. This first sketch is a nice easy one for you. I am sharing this on the proviso that you scrap lift. I want people out there to have inspiration and I hope that I can share that with you. So absolutely go ahead and use this sketch to inspire your creativity in 2025. I'm also trying to use multi-photo a little bit more often. I'm a bit of a one photo kind of scrapbooker and I know that I need to spend a bit more time on those multi-photos, and that's why the first sketch share for 2025 is this multi-photo layout, and I'm focusing a little bit on those circles in the middle. So I have chosen a circular background. This is papers from all the same paper pad, of which completely escapes my mind at the moment, but if I think about it I'll pop it in the link. And I want to sort of have a little bit of a theme going on with the circles, but you can see that I'm basing this on that sketch. Now where I go with this layout in terms of these torn strips at the bottom, they actually get ditched. You'll notice from the initial layout photo that you saw at the start of the video, I didn't really feel where this was going. So as I was creating this page, there's a couple of different things that happen in the background. I will often, either through circumstance, if I happen to get interrupted by a family matter that needs my attention while I'm creating, I will sometimes put a layout aside. And I may not get back to it for hours or sometimes even days, depending on what I've got going on. So if my thought process is not really flowing, then there are occasions when I will actually put a layout aside and just let it sit there till I come back to it. And that can be because I have looked around. So whether it be on Facebook or Pinterest, something in somebody else's layout share might just tweak me to finish off the layout that's sitting on my desk and finish it in a way that I'm actually happy with it. So I wouldn't say I'm a scrap lifter per se, but I will see something on a layout and think, oh, okay, there's a technique I haven't done for a little while. Let's go ahead and create something along those lines. And that's how this one ended up. Now, I mostly scrapbook my boys, so I'm not hugely into florals or pinks or those sorts of colours, and that's why I think this wasn't quite working for me, because I'd pulled out a number of floral elements and I wasn't liking it. I couldn't make it work, and as I let it sit on the desk, I thought about it a little bit more. I'd seen some other layout shares on Facebook, and it turned into I needed to really let's say masculine it up a little bit, because it just needed something to take that sort of floralness away from it. So I ditched the strips of floral pattern paper, I ditched the black floral cutouts, and I went through and changed completely how this background was working. Now you can see I've pulled out some alpha letters, which is actually something I'm trying to use more of and get some of them out of my stash. I am titling this layout Couch Potato, and I actually didn't have an A. I often check if I have an E on my alpha sheets, but in this case I thought I had an A, but apparently I didn't have an A. And so what I did was I actually made an A. So I took a V off of the sheet and I tipped it upside down, and then I used one of the full stops, one of the little gold full stops, and turned it into an A. After I have stuck down some of this off camera, I grunged it up a little bit, and so you can see I've just used doodling around some of those circles with a black pen. I didn't want to do all of them, but I kind of had to get a little bit of masculinity back into this layout. I had just kind of lost my scrapping ability. You know how it kind of runs away sometimes, and I felt that those little grungy circles with some black, almost like doodling, worked really well. the black star off the sticker sheet, I really liked how that looked, but I only had one of those, so I had to try and come up with some other way to tie that star in. And so I pulled out some stamps, and again, just with some black ink, I think this comes together really well in terms of it really becomes a little bit more of a boy layout. So I've got a few little enamel dots, a few little bits and pieces, but there's some gold sparkle, and the actual dots make a really sort of interesting element. Now, because I had brought in some black, I also wanted to use some mini stickers, and of course black was going to be the way to go. This is sort of, again, just helping to take away a little bit of that rainbow kind of background, but still give you something interesting to look at. So popping a few of those down. I am using mostly tacky glue at the moment. If you've seen any of my videos, you'll know why. But looking through my stash, I managed to pull a couple of more things. So a few more little star stickers. These are quite subtle because I did layer them over the same colors as what they meshed with. And then really in the year 2025, trying to bust a bit of stash. So lots of stuff that's been sitting around for a while, time to get it onto some layouts. Now, the final thing that I sort of struggled and put aside with a little bit was this bottom and top border. I thought about maybe some more black ink. I thought about you know, some torn black patterned paper, but I eventually, through another challenge, which was to use washi tape, I thought, why not use washi tape? I have plenty of it. It makes a great little border. I like to, again, stick mine down with a little tacky glue just so I know it's actually going to stick and not fall off, because I don't know about you, but washi tape tends to lose its adhesiveness down the track. And again, I use just a little bit of masking tape on the back there just to hold those little bits into place. All right, so that's my first sketch share for 2025. I hope you're inspired to have a go. Thank you so much for checking out this video, and of course your comments are always welcome.